Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Robert, and today I'm bringing to the full drop list for this week, which is week 8 of the fall winter season. And yeah, there isn't really much to say, to be honest. I was going to record this yesterday, but I knew a bit more like news would come out, so yeah, let's get into it basically. Okay, so let's get into the list basically and into the week. Obviously it says, the standard, the list is not out yet, Gumball Machine delayed, so on and so forth, things happen, but yeah, I'm just going by Drops by Jay and this, and I'm just hoping for the best that nothing else gets updated. As per norm, you can check like my pinned comment, I always put Drops by Jay and Supreme Community there. So yeah, we're going to start off with the Tea Air Freshener. This is probably the thing I'm going for this week. I'm not going to lie, I'm just probably going to be really plain and simple. Tiny bit basic, little bit basic. I wish that it didn't have the sort of lines that look like a gilet to it, but other than that, yeah, I mean, because I had the Palace one, I had like the Rose one from Palace, which I'll be honest, I didn't use, I ended up selling, which actually made like more profit than some things have for me of recent time, which is actually quite funny. But yeah, if it's a 2-pack, I wish that it is, maybe not, then I'd just get them both. It'd be plain and simple. I wouldn't expect them to be the most expensive in the world, to be honest, but yeah, I haven't really had anything recently or like as of recent time basically. The only thing I've had is this. Obviously, I have pops here and there. Well, I have quite a few. It's bad. I'm committed. I'm not addicted. I'm committed. But recently, I obviously had like my Luffy One Piece one arrive, but and a couple of others, like another Stitch that's down there. But anyway, this was the 626 Stitch. This arrived today, actually. It's one of 3,000. They released it in America on 626 day, obviously, because 626, it makes sense to release it on, for us it would be the 26th of the 6th, To release it during June would make sense, but things happen, and we ended up having it nearly 4 months later, and it released last week. So yeah, regardless, that's like my second of like one of 3,000 that I've got from them. The first was R2D2, but America get like 2,000 to 2,500, if not more stock, and Europe get like the remainder. So if you manage to get one, you're just lucky in doing so. But yeah, anyway, back to the list. So the next piece we have is the glow-in-the-dark keychain knife. It's going to release in America. Like Europe, just, we don't get this. We don't touch it, we don't get it, we don't talk about it. We just leave it alone because there's no point, because we just don't end up getting them. I do think it is quite cool. The bottom colorway is probably going to be the one that will look aesthetically better, I would think, because it is glow in the dark. But, the top one could obviously look better in the end. I don't know. I know a couple of people who'll probably end up getting it in the end, or maybe doing like a double cart or triple cart of items. So, yeah. The next item for the week is going to be the ribbed beanie. To be honest, yeah, it's a simple, clean beanie, easy. It's got the classic Supreme font, so there isn't really anything against it. The only thing I think that's against it is possibly the 2 central colorways, because black and navy are perfect. I just don't know about this yellow, like snow yellow tone alongside this like autumn orange sort of look, or fall orange sort of tone. I don't know. We've then got a small box hoodie. I mean, like I've said before, they've at least got like a wide variety of colorways. It's just that it's a very simplistic piece. Out of anything, I think that like the tree bark or tree camo colorway is probably one of the more unique ones. So yeah, we then have a collaboration for this week, which is going to be the Duck Down Music collaboration. I'll be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I think the only one that comes to mind when I know of this is Be Real of Cypress Hill. That's it. I'm not going to act like I know all of the artists from Duck Down Music. I'm not going to act like I have any idea. I've probably heard like a large amount of the like music coming out from the artists, but I can't list off like songs specifically. I will probably have just heard them in the past, and that will be it, because I'm not going to act like I know. There's no point. So we've got the Enter the Stage tee. It's got a lot of colorways. Personally for me, I think that black or grey are the better two. I know that a lot of people say purple nowadays, but it's personal preference in the end. But those are just the two for me. I know that also obviously olive is a big hit, which, yeah, I mean, it does look clean, but I don't know, I just feel like purple nowadays sometimes just has a better hit for it. Then again, it could just be purple and olive in the end, because sometimes even black, white and grey just don't sell out in, yeah, that's about it for them. We then have the flannel reversible puffer jacket. How's it look on the reverse? It's not bad. It does look sort of like reminiscent of, you know, the packaging, like air bubbles that you can have. They're sometimes blue, or like a transparent sort of look to them is going on. But yeah, that's what they remind me of. Anyway, as far as colorways are concerned, I think that black and blue are probably the better two tones, just because switching them around, the reversal to them just looks a lot more like appealing in the end. So yeah, that's just me. So we've then got the small box cargo sweatpant. Yet again, I'd probably just say it, the tree bark sort of tone just sticks out to me, just because it's a bit more unique and different in the end. The other tones are cool, and I typically might say like maroon or the black or the grey will be more so the ones that some people will focus on. So yeah, that's if they do go for them, obviously. We then have a Jacquard logo camp cap. Same sort of thing for this. I think that the more unique colourway just looks a bit better. I also think that the green, or like light green, because it's not forest green, it's a bit of a lighter tone to that, looks decent. I'm not feeling the white, black or red just because of how the box looks on them. It just looks very peculiar. So yeah, we then have the cargo denim overalls. Same sort of thing. I think all of these colorways are probably perfectly fine. More so obviously the tree bark. You could go full matching, couldn't you? You could like almost have it underneath and then put these over the top. So it's like, it's almost like going double denim, but instead we're going double tree bark or triple tree bark. The last couple of items on this list don't really have the best of like support in the end. It is what it is. So we're going to start off with the Duck Down Music beanie. I like just the olive-ish, but more so just the black colourway. We then have the Lotus short sleeve top. With it being a short sleeve top, it's going to be like £78. I don't need to go over the whole ordeal again or listing out everything again for it. It's just the fact that sometimes the price is just higher purely because it's a top and it's not a tee. So yeah, that just happens. Colorways are perfectly fine, but yeah, We then have the hoodie from the collaboration. Same sort of thing. I'm a big fan of heather grey, I'll be honest, but the olive and the black are probably the more so wearable tones that people like. But in hoodies, more so I'd say with this, because in the beanie it doesn't really work with the font too well, but in the hoodie it works a lot better in grey. We then have the same thing in another tee that they're releasing. I prefer the other tee over this one, that's just personal preference. We then have the snap work shirt, same sort of thing as the overalls. I think that all of the colourways are perfectly fine, more so the blue denim or just denim tone looks a lot better than the black, because the black's showing a lot of the details. So I prefer it for that, and then just the tree bark or woodland camo, whatever you want to call it. We then have a shot leather trench coat. It's plain and simple in the end, so I don't really need to go over it. We've had so many of them in the past, but at least they're bringing one back. So yeah, for the last couple of pieces we have the Dice sweater, which, to be honest, I'm actually okay with. I don't think I'd be wearing it, but it's not that like horrific. We've got the brushed twill zip jacket. The colorways aren't terrible, but it's not an amazing piece. We've got the drip thermal, which for Halloween, the like black colorway would actually work quite well. And we finish on the Qualita 6 panel, which, yeah, I'd probably just say this like maroon-ish, but it's not really. It's more like a purple mixed tone. I think that's probably the better one personally. So yeah, but that is going to cover the drop list for this week. As per norm, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you'd like to give me any information on any of the artists, you can do, but I'm not going to act like I know more than I do, because I don't. So yeah, I'll probably just end up going for the air freshener this week and keeping it really plain and simple. And yeah, they don't last long anyway once you open them, so you just get the most out of it while you can. I suppose there'll probably be like multiples that you can order, either like 4 to 10. It could be like the, I can't even think of the name, but we were able to buy them online in the end. But yeah, that is going to cover it anyway. So as per norm, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Like I said, other than that, I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.